When we think of our solar system, we often picture the 8 planets. Sorry, Pluto, you're not forgotten. Their moons, and the distant asteroid belt we all learned about back in school. But in reality, there's so much more out there than what meets the eye. Sure, the planets and their moons are pretty obvious, hanging out in the sun's glare, but venture toward the edges of our cosmic neighborhood, and you're stepping into a vast, dark mystery where the weirdest things like to hide. The further you go, the weirder it gets, with strange entities that defy both logic and imagination. Here are the top 15 strangest things in our solar system that will make you question everything you thought you knew about outer space, and possibly even reality itself. Let's start with number 15, the Oort Cloud. When you picture our solar system, you might imagine the sun and planets floating through a vast sea of empty space. Well, we're actually wrapped inside a bubble of trillions of icy planetesimals. Kinda comforting in a way. We guess? The Oort Cloud is like the ultimate cosmic safety net, far beyond the reach of the sun's solar wind, yet still feeling its gravitational pull. Think of it as the solar system's last frontier. Though it's still just theoretical, we haven't exactly visited it yet, the Oort Cloud is believed to be the birthplace of many comets. These icy objects get nudged out of their cozy home by passing stars, and before you know it, they're making a wild dash toward the inner solar system. So while you might not be able to see it, the Oort Cloud is out there, quietly creating the drama we call comets. Isn't it super amazing? Number 14. Diamond rain. An umbrella won't save you from this downpour. In fact, you'd probably want to skip this one altogether. According to some wild atmospheric research, scientists believe that on gas giants like Saturn and Jupiter, diamonds may literally fall from the sky. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's based on some seriously cool science. Here's the deal. When lightning strikes, it creates soot. That soot turns into graphite, and under the insane pressure and temperatures of gas giants, it transforms into diamonds, falling like precious little gems from the sky. But wait, it gets even better. A 2017 study concluded that Uranus and Neptune could also have diamond rain. Using high-powered lasers to mimic the planet's extreme conditions, they were able to create diamonds of their own. So, while you won't need an umbrella, maybe you'll want to bring a diamond collector. We mean, who's not up for a little cosmic bling? Number 13. Mimas, the Death Star moon. We've been imagining faces, animals, and even gods in the stars for centuries, but now we've found something that really brings that childhood fantasy to life. An actual Death Star. Meet Mimas, Saturn's moon that looks uncannily like the infamous Imperial battle station. This little moon is only 246 miles wide, but it's got a crater, 81 miles across, that makes it look like it's ready to vaporize an entire planet. Seriously, the impact that created this giant dent was so powerful, it almost shattered Mimas. It's like someone took a wrecking ball to it, and the fractures on the opposite side are the moon's version of battle scars. Mimas might be the smallest known body in the solar system shaped by its own gravity, but don't let its size fool you. This moon packs a punch. Whether it's a cosmic coincidence or an intergalactic homage to the Star Wars franchise, we're all for it. May the Force be with you, Mimas. Number 12. Saturn's giant thunderstorms. Scared of thunder? Well, Saturn might be your worst nightmare. In a region of Saturn's southern hemisphere known as Storm Alley, giant thunderstorms rage for months at a time, lashing the planet with superbolts and stretching for thousands of miles. It's like the universe decided, let's take lighting to the next level. One of the most dramatic is the Dragon Storm, which first got its moment of fame when Cassini spotted it in 2004. This massive storm is like the diva of Saturn's thunderstorms. It flares up periodically, lighting up the planet's atmosphere like a cosmic fireworks show. And if you think that's impressive, wait for this. In 2009, Cassini observed a thunderstorm that lasted a whole 8 months. Yep, 8 months. making it the longest thunderstorm ever recorded. So, if you're ever planning a trip to Saturn, maybe pack some extra protection from lightning strikes. Just a thought. Number 11. Planet 9. One of the biggest mysteries in our solar system right now is the existence of a hypothetical ninth planet, Planet 9. This massive object is thought to be lurking far beyond Neptune, somewhere in the farthest reaches of our cosmic neighborhood. The idea first popped up in 2016 when scientists noticed strange, tilted orbits of objects in the Kuiper Belt, an icy zone filled with comets and asteroids. The theory? These objects might be getting tugged by the gravity of a massive, unseen planet way out there. But here's the kicker. Despite years of searching, Planet 9 has yet to show itself. If it is real, it could be an icy gas giant, roughly 7 times the mass of Earth, and orbiting the Sun once every 10,000 years. That means it's incredibly faint, hard to spot, and possibly hiding in plain sight. With more powerful telescopes on the horizon, though, we might catch a glimpse of this elusive giant in the coming years. Number 10. Martian supermountain Olympus Mons. Size doesn't matter, at least when we're talking about Olympus Mons. Standing 72,000 feet tall, this Martian volcano is a total show-off, towering over Mount Everest by a whopping 2.5 times. If you were to stand at the base of this giant and look up, Earth's mountains would suddenly feel like hills you could skip over. Olympus Mons is a geologically ancient beast, shaped by thousands of lava flows. It's like Mars decided, why have a regular volcano when I can make the tallest one in the solar system? And it's not just the mountain that's impressive. Mars's Valles Marineris canyon system stretches for 2,500 miles and dives 23,000 feet deep. Basically, it's the Grand Canyon's cooler, deeper cousin. Honestly, with landscapes like these, it's hard to resist the urge to pack your bags for Mars. Maybe Elon can get on that. What do you think? Number 9. Hyperion, the sponge moon. Meet Hyperion, Saturn's moon that might just be a sponge in disguise. It's like the universe decided, hey, let's make a moon that looks like a giant loofah. Shaped like a weird potato and spinning like it's had one too many cosmic coffees, Hyperion's surface is covered in deep craters. Nobody really knows why it looks like that, but scientists suspect its low density and ice water makeup make it so porous it would float in water. So yeah, it's literally the sponge of the solar system. With such a weak surface gravity, it's almost like Hyperion is saying, hey, you can't even stick around to find out my secrets. Anything that falls off just drifts into space. It's the moon equivalent of that weird ant's kitchen sponge that somehow never gets replaced but always seems to be around. Hyperion, we salute your cosmic weirdness. Now, let's move to number 8. Alien auroras. If you think the auroras on Earth are a dazzling spectacle, wait until you see what's happening on other planets. Auroras, those mesmerizing northern and southern lights we get here on Earth, are the result of the sun's solar wind crashing into our magnetic field. But guess what? Earth isn't the only planet with auroras. Oh no, the gas giants are throwing some serious light shows. Jupiter, for example, has a magnetic field so powerful it generates permanent auroras at its poles, lighting up the planet like a cosmic Christmas tree. Saturn's auroras are more variable, but still a showstopper. It's like the gas giants are competing for the title of best light show in the solar system. And then there's Uranus and Neptune, who aren't about to be left out. These alien auroras are not only beautiful, but they're also proof that our solar neighbors know how to party. Grab your space popcorn. Number 7. Uranus's tilt. Uranus, the ice giant with the ultimate sideways attitude. While the planet is most famous for its blue-green color and narrow, barely there rings, it's the way it spins that really gets people talking. Uranus isn't content just rotating like a normal planet. No, it decided to spin sideways. flipping its north and south poles where the equator should be. This means each pole bakes in the sun for 42 Earth years before it gets to enjoy 42 years of darkness. It's like Uranus decided to take the normal out of planetary rotation and make it more interesting. Why does it spin like this? Well, researchers think a massive collision billions of years ago might have knocked it into this wonky orbit. The lesson here? Even planets can have their off days and still get by. Number 6. Mercury's shrinking surface. Mercury might be the smallest planet in our solar system, but it's got big issues. Mainly, it's shrinking. Well, yup, you have heard this 100%, right? Mercury's been hitting the cosmic gym a little too hard, and it's actually getting smaller. As the planet's giant molten core cools down, the surface starts to wrinkle like a raisin left too long in the sun. And who's to blame? Well, not Mercury's diet, though maybe it's too much heat. As the core cools, the planet's surface contracts, leaving long, curving scars that NASA's Messenger spacecraft has caught on camera. But honestly, Mercury, it's not fair. You're already the smallest planet in the solar system. You don't need to shrink any further, buddy. But hey, at least you're still technically a planet, unlike poor Pluto, who's over there sulking in the dwarf planet club. Now, let's move to the next strangest thing. Number 5. Venus, Earth's hellish twin. Venus is like Earth's evil twin that took all the wrong turns in life. Picture this. A planet where the surface is so hot it could fry an egg, except it's more like a planet that would fry the egg, the pan, and your hopes for survival. The clouds are made of sulfuric acid, and the air pressure is enough to crush you faster than a bad relationship. But here's the kicker. Venus is pretty much Earth's doppelganger in terms of size, composition, and proximity to the sun. Imagine a time when Venus might have had oceans, until a runaway greenhouse effect boiled them away and turned the planet into a giant oven. Venus is like that warning you don't heed, the one that says, this could happen to you. So, let's just hope Earth doesn't end up as Venus's scorched, fiery twin. If we don't take care of our planet, that future could become a reality. Now picture it. You're watching the news and scientists have discovered that Earth's atmosphere has reached a point of no return, just like Venus. What would you do? How would you feel? Well, it's a kinda scary dream. Number 4. Haumea, the tumbling cigar moon. Haumea is the planet equivalent of a cosmic speedster who can't be bothered to slow down. A dwarf planet in the Kuiper belt, Haumea spins so fast it's not just a planet, it's a tumbling cigar, literally. Haumea completes a full rotation in just 4 hours, which is why it looks more like a football than a planet. Talk about getting dizzy. The fast spin was likely caused by a massive collision long ago, which makes Haumea's cigar shape the universe's way of saying, hey, even space can have a bad hair day. But that's not all. Haumea has its own set of rings and 2 moons. Seriously, who knew cosmic accidents could result in a planet with such flair? Haumea may be a fast-spinning oddball, but it's got style, and that's all that matters in space. It just goes to show that even in the deep vastness of space, there is always something new and interesting waiting to be discovered. Number 3. Iapetus's light and dark sides. Iapetus, Saturn's strange little moon, is like the space version of a yin and yang symbol, except weirder. One side is bright and shiny, like it just got a fresh coat of paint, while the other side is dark and mysterious like it's been hiding secrets for millennia. And it's not just about the dark side being out of sight, it's actually darker than the other side because of some strange meteor debris. Iapetus is also shaped like a squashed walnut, because why not? With an equatorial ridge that makes it look like the moon decided it wanted a little extra personality. If Iapetus were a movie, it would definitely be one of those mind-bending films where you spend half the time thinking, what am I looking at? And the other half thinking, why can't I stop watching? But that's just the beauty of space. There are always surprises waiting to be uncovered, no matter how strange or unexpected they may be. Number 2. Coronal mass ejections. The sun's been burning for a cool 4.6 billion years, but that doesn't mean it's a peaceful, relaxing star. Oh no, the sun has some serious mood swings. Its surface is constantly racked by twisting magnetic fields that send flares and eruptions shooting out into space. The result? Coronal mass ejections, or CMEs, basically gigantic solar tantrums. These eruptions can send clouds of magnetized plasma racing through space at speeds of over 7 million miles per hour. If that sounds like something you'd rather avoid, you're not alone. While these solar outbursts don't usually wreck Earth, unless we're really unlucky, they can mess with satellites, cause geomagnetic storms, and create stunning auroras at the poles. So while Earth gets a cosmic light show, we're also reminded of just how fiery and unpredictable our sun can be. Number 1. The hidden ocean of Europa. On the surface, Europa might seem like a frozen, lifeless rock drifting through space. But beneath that icy exterior, it's hiding a secret, one that could rewrite everything we know about life beyond Earth. Scientists believe there's a vast subsurface ocean, 60 miles deep, buried beneath miles of ice. Evidence? Europa's cracked, fractured surface, which might have been shaped by internal tides, and the lack of impact craters, suggests its surface has been continually refreshed by some kind of geological activity, likely driven by tidal heating. But here's where things get exciting. If there is a liquid ocean down there, it might be hiding hydrothermal vents, the kind of places where life on Earth thrives. That's why both NASA and the ESA are planning missions to Europa, because if this ocean exists, it might be one of the best places in the solar system to search for extraterrestrial life. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.